Yo, what is going on, y'all? How y'all doing? So today is gonna be a different kind of video. Kind of gonna talk about some kind of recent news for the Not Forgotten and Luna's Howl slash Pinnacle Weapons in Destiny 2. So I kind of been coming back to Destiny 2. I've been playing it a lot lately, and of course the Crucible is broken at the moment because of the Revelry, and that's not really what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the nerfs to Luna's Howl and Not Forgotten. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I can say this. I'm not one of the top 1%, top 3%, top 10. You know, I'm not one of those top players. All right, I'm an average player. So to me, the nerfs are interesting. Yes, it's annoying to run into it when you have the more skilled players, and that is frustrating. But I don't think it's frustrating to the point that you want to nerf it. These are pinnacle weapons for a reason. They were brought into the game to be the ultimate thing that you're supposed to achieve in Crucible and to be used in Crucible. For them to come in and nerf it, yes, I understand why. A lot of people that aren't top 20, 30% maybe hate it, and that's understandable. But for me, it's a pinnacle weapon. It's a weapon that is at the top of the skill, you know, skill gap, or whatever skill gap is in Destiny 2. Quotation mark skill gap there. But I can understand it. I don't like it though. You know, I spent a good while trying to get this weapon, and more so on PC is probably not as bad as it is on console. I've heard console is a little bit worse for Luna's Howl and Not Forgotten. It's essentially the only gun that kind of runs rampant. And on console, I mean, there's a lot of other guns. I mean, you have the Ace of Spades. I want to say Last Word. I actually haven't run into a lot of Last Word users. And, well, we're not going to mention the Thorn. The Thorn doesn't even need to be mentioned. So, yeah, I mean, I can understand the whole concept of the Luna Howl is, at the moment, 2 headshots, immediately you can at least 2 tap people. And you can considerably hold that for a very long time, actually, which is very interesting. Not a lot of weapons in the game currently do that. I think Luna's Howl and Not Forgotten are the only 2 weapons in the game that has an immediate ramp up, where all you have to do is get your 2 shots. Whereas I think the Recluse has a little bit of a time before it gets to the point where it's actually really great weapon. But that's the thing though, these are pinnacle weapons for a reason. These are weapons that you're expected to go, you're not expected, I'm sorry, that you go after to be part of the top group. You know, they're weapons that are exclusive to, if you can go for it, get. And for it to be nerfed, I can see why, but it's not something I enjoy, or I'm not something I kind of agree with. Maybe I haven't been stomped out by another team full of Luna's Howls and Not Forgotten enough. But I guess the biggest thing they kind of thought of is maybe that people will stay in competitive with it, you know. But that's not the case. When competitive right now is probably in a bad state. Actually, the Crucible in general is probably in a very bad state, not gonna lie. I mean, they haven't done a sandbox update in about a few months now, I want to say, and they're planning a big one in the next few weeks. I want to say June, I think, is the next release date of the DLC, the next season change. So I think June is when they're expecting to do a sandbox update. But I think these sandbox updates kind of need to come a little bit faster. I mean, there's probably reasons why they're taking so long to make these sandbox updates come out. Probably is. But to me, I don't know. I wish they would do them a little bit faster. But yeah, I hope they don't nerf it too badly. I know they put out some details that they're going to change the way it works, where now it's not going to do any damage based off headshots. It's just going to be straight body shots. So I think it's going to keep it as a 3-hit kill weapon, and they're also lowering the rate of fire on the weapon too to like 150. I think it's currently a 180 weapon, if I'm not mistaken. So I understand what they're going with, and I understand it needs to be tweaked, and of course it's gonna happen. But I mean, this weapon was amazing. a magnificent hat. Like, I haven't seen a weapon like this in a while, and there's not a lot of weapons out there that kind of discern themselves from the rest of the pack. So I think they need to come up with a new solution. Maybe make the pinnacle weapons something worth going after instead of just this. I mean, the recluse is really good. I died by it a lot actually, and I mean, Luna's Howl, Not Forgotten, really good weapons, and I think they should be available for the people that go after them. There's a reason why you spend time and effort trying to get them. Granted, I mean, as soon as you put together a really decent team, to be honest, you could probably run competitive and just get it easily, but it was definitely an accomplishment to myself to get it. Not a lot of accomplishments like that in Destiny 2 at the moment, where you can kind of go for a weapon and be like, man, I really tried to get it and I got it. So hopefully they can come up with something new for pinnacle weapons coming out soon. It will be interesting to see what the future pinnacle weapons are if they continue down that road, and maybe elaborate more on them. They're interesting weapons, to say the least, and hopefully they continue with them, because if they do, then it'll be amazing. Not Forgotten, Luna's Howl, two good weapons, but it is what it is, I suppose. They're needing a nerf. They're getting it. Do I agree with the nerf? Not really, but maybe they still will be pretty good weapons to use in the future. You never know. We won't know until it hits. I believe it's in June is when the update is going to come out, so it will be interesting to see how they handle it going forward for all pinnacle weapons. Whether it's a good idea, who knows. That's just kind of my thoughts on it. I'm sure there will probably be another weapon that'll come up, and are they gonna ban hammer that one, or not ban hammer? Are they gonna, you know, swing the nerf hammer on that one like they did before? Or are they gonna kind of leave the weapons up and maybe tune the other ones? Who knows? We still have maybe about a year until Destiny 3 comes out. Year 3 will be here most likely by the end of the year, so we'll see what ends up happening, see how they do with future updates and weapons and all that other stuff. But hopefully pinnacle weapons become something worth grinding for. I haven't started the grind for the recluse yet, but I will be, just to see how it is. It's a very interesting SMG, and I really want to get my hands on it to give it a shot. So hopefully it's a really great weapon. Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on it. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave the video out here. Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all sitting around listening to me kind of rant about the Not Forgotten Lunar House nerf. I'm kind of gonna let the video finish out. I had a very good ending to this video. Hopefully it's the one I'm using. If not, well, then I will catch y'all on the next one. Till then, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like button, and yeah, catch you next time, y'all. Peace out.